completely famished by this morning's tasks, I scooted onto the bench with a bowl of mushroom soup. Grabbing a slice of Swiss cheese, I teared at it and dropped one of the pieces in the soup. A slice? So you grabbed a slice and then dropped it in... Oh, you sickened me slightly. What are you doing? Adding cheese to my soup? Is that what people do in America? Look, I thought it was weird, alright? That's what I do. I guess it's common enough. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, if you've always done this, someone would have pointed it out before. That it was weird. A few seats down, I noticed Kyler also eyeing my actions before silently returning to his meal. Was adding cheese to soup really that bizarre? No, adding a slice of it into soup's fucking weird, though. I heard a holler behind us, and many of us automatically turned our heads toward the driveway. Oh my lord, a character who isn't dateable. This is a surprise. Well, the park ranger has shown up. A tall woman dragged her suitcase behind her while her free hand waved toward one of the eating area. Hendrik immediately stood up and approached her. Rose, glad you could finally make it. I didn't think you'd arrive this early. I was thinking of changing Hendrik's accent to German, but the only one I can do is, oh, I didn't think you'd arrive this early. And God, that's gonna get weird the more scenes we have with him, I can only do a German porn accent. No thanks to you, you practically ditched me in the middle of those care samples. What can I say, analyzing core samples is boring. Yeah, we're not doing that, oh my god. Oh no, don't pun around with me, Mr. Ace Geologist. Rolls eyes. Her stern expression faded and they both exchanged a cordial grin as they leaned for a cheek kiss. A cheek kiss. Not all Europeans do that, and it's not called a cheek kiss. Augustine and Cherie gathered around her as well. Would it be okay to introduce myself too? No, not if only teachers are going to do it. No, it'd feel so rude if I just barged in there and introduced myself. I'm a student under Cherie after all. However, I was still curious. I glanced in Kyler's direction. Hey, Kyler, who is she? So harsh. Like, you're gonna... Hey, that man has a hearing aid. If he doesn't hear me the first time, I'll shout louder. Rosemary? She's part of the main team. She does lithic work and all that, stone tools and technology. That sounds fun. That's pretty neat. Usually she arrives earlier to teach students about identifying flint. He trailed off, feeling that his answer was self-continued enough, and resumed eating his meal. Rosemary is... Chantal delivered a concise summary and Dexter nodded up happily. Of course, that means yet another lecture. If only they covered the stuff I want to learn. Well, what is the stuff you wanted to learn? Have you told me and I've forgotten? I don't remember. Sighing, Chantal slumped over while Joan Dexter fidgeted anxiously. I got the first one right and cocked up the second one. How do you even do that? They exchanged a few more words in French and Chantal seemed touched. Oh, Dexter. What did she say? Well, you're not the sort of moron who puts cheese in their soup, so thank you, I love you. She says she'll stay with me for the whole 8 weeks. Most students, if archaeology isn't their elective, only need to stay for 4 at the most. I mean, I could break it down, but I'd rather not get it over in one go. Then Kyler doesn't have to be here. This is his 4th time. I guess not, but it does look good if you're trying to break into archaeological work. I still hate that pose. Either way, both of these poses are equally dumb, if I'm honest. Like, I don't know what Dexter's doing, but it's the sort of, I'm jumping for joy that I've never seen anyone do. I might have seen someone do it, I don't know. It's just the whole Moe aesthetic. Makes me want to gouge my eyes out. Either way, I don't want to pay 100 euros a week to dig in dirt, but I guess that's his thing. Well, we all have our kinky tastes, don't judge. He's probably not graded on this. He's willingly paid to volunteer. She tilted her head, pondering before concluding with a careless shrug. And you're here until the excavation ends? This music as well. Oh my god. Be a shame if I only came here for a few weeks, considering how far I've flown. Here till the end. She grinned, proud of her ability to follow the conversation. Her hearing comprehension was far superior to her verbal skills, but don't. It made me wish I could pick up French faster. I swirled my spoon into my soup until it was cheesy enough to form strings. Fuck off, that wasn't a slice you put in. A bowl of soup, and you have cheesy strings after putting in a... Oh my god, how big are the slices you're putting in? Is it just the size of a human hand? When I lifted the utensil, satisfied I swallowed a mouthful. Well, that could be taken out of context. Don't do it, Internet. Dexter stuck out her tongue at the sight, causing Chantal to laugh. Stop giving her a culture shock, Melissa. She's very sheltered. She looks so punchable. It's just cheese. Before we knew it, lunch was officially over and it was time to return to our assigned tasks. Hopefully I would be able to properly introduce myself to Rosemary later. I had a feeling I'd learn a lot from her. Oh god, don't go into a 20-minute lecture as to what stone tools do. Please. Oh yay, I love this. Okay, and begin time lapse. We didn't do a very good job today. I hate that minigame. I don't want to sit there every time and figure out. The thing is, it goes down to odds, but odds can also be plagued by RNG. I'd have to go back, save, and do it properly every time. I could have definitely have done that better, but fuck that. Oh, it's so RNG focused. I can't be arsed. Tense. Why was the air around here so tense? Because you fucking putting like massive blocks of cheese into your soup. I pondered that while I stirred in my cheese-drenched tomato soup. Oh my god, you're not fat, how? Both Dexter and... well, I guess if that's your only thing you're having. Both Dexter and Chantal, who previously sat and talked with me, have disappeared. Many students paced by the museum entrance, some checked their phones or glanced over their shoulders of others to view their screens. Meanwhile, DeAndre spread mustard on his second or third sandwich. At least he seemed unfazed. What's going on? Everyone appears to be anticipating something. Exam results are being released today. Oh, how the fuck didn't we know that? That's scary. I just realized he has armpit hair, but like the weirdest armpit hair, which is almost completely opaque. Yeah, this late? After a casual shrug, he took a large bite of his sandwich. He wiped his mouth before speaking. Depends what country you're in. Usually they're released earlier, but they had some problem with data or entry system or whatever. Data entry, yeah. They must be super important if everyone's looks this anxious. What a pointless thing to say. Oh my god. Exams? God. Jolly gee, mister. They must be really important. It's a make or break a deal. If students don't average out a certain percentage, they have to repeat a year. Wish him luck. You must be nervous then. Do fine? Hang on. You must be worried. I'm sure you'll do fine. Do fine, you make it sound like I'm barely scraping by. He pouted and tore into the sandwich with more vigor. I didn't mean it like that. I guess you're used to the grading system by now. Yeah, okay, so that was the bad one to choose, apparently. You seem rather calm. That's because most of them are first or second years. I see you're probably used to this by now then. Okay, and what was the other choice then? Wish him luck. Okay, that's a good one then. He abruptly coughed and managed to choke the morsel down. Thumping his chest, he cleared his throat while snorting amusedly. So wishing him luck was the good thing there. I thought it was just like, well, good luck, and then not caring, you know? Well, what did I say? Nothing, it's just root has an entirely different meaning in New Zealand. Oh my god, they're completely right. Oh, in Australia and New Zealand, it's Does anyone else here watch Yahtzee's YouTube channel, the Let's Drown Out series? Followed it, watched every video on the channel, right? Gabe constantly brings up rooting and how going for a root. Okay, look, you should be able to, you know, infer as to what it means. If not, I'm sure someone will translate for you. I have a hunch, but okay, what is it? Don't ask. Laughing, he took a few moments to calm himself and speak coherently. Well, if you said something like, I'll root for the whole team, I'll be amazed by your stamina. Yeah. Exactly. Well, he does know the phrase then, and is common with other people using it. Huh, weird. DeAndre! Oh, fuck off. Really? So you didn't get it from the previous thing, but you got it from that? Whatever. What? You said it, not me. I gave him a swift jab with my shoe and he feigned pain. I hate people who do that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I just don't like moe things and generic sort of reactions, but I'm really not liking Melissa at all. The whole punching you if someone says something, it's just like, just come up with a reply. You can't come up with a reply, so you hit someone. That's really boring. I gave him a swift jab with my shoe and he feigned pain. Ow, stop that. I don't want to end my rugby career that quickly, but thanks for the support, Mel. Make sure you say Barack 4 next time. He finished with a playful wink and I rolled my eyes, although I did make a mental note of that. Not that you need any cheering. You're likely used to this by now. So they all divert to this line. Too used to it. Fortunately, this will be my last semester and then I'm free. The only thing left is to finish this elective requirement, since I'd hate to waste a semester on a single course. A more expensive course too. Jealous, at least you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I barely started and it'll never end. I felt a playful flick on my forehead. It'll be over before you know it. Hang in there. Before I could respond, one of the students announced something in French, and everyone tapped away at their phones again. Results are up. From the reactions, DeAndre didn't need to clarify. However, he set the sandwich down and he fished out his phone. He seems occupied. Return to the tent area. I'll stay and chat. We're nice and friendly. I got a good look at his phone. Oh, okay. You mean you got a good look at his phone, not what was on his phone, because that's weird. It was noticeably bigger and clunkier, an older model, and there were dents all over it. Wow, you're not nice to your phone. Have you considered getting one of those protected covers? That harsh? Those screen protectors? Believe me, I've tried. There's still all plastic film all over the side of my desk from attempting to apply those stupid things. Get a hard cover like I have over my phone. So much easier. Of course, whenever I want to use it, my phone slows down, or maybe it's the website, what with the sheer amount of students logging in. It's probably that. He swung one leg over the bench and scanned for someone. Kyler was off to his side, also checking his phone, and DeAndre hollered something at him in French. Kyler responded curtly, but took a few steps closer to talk. I wasn't able to follow until DeAndre motioned to me. Hey, let's not exclude her. Anyway, are you on the varsity website? Can you check for... You're the one who started it in French. You could have shouted over in English. What department? Seriously? That's... English department. Kyler paused and glanced at DeAndre inquisitively, but said nothing before returning back to his phone. ID? The first numbers are 826, then 6 again, and last two numbers 942. You ain't wrong. What did I get? Your average is 16.48. Oh my god, it's 4 numbers which mean nothing. A little better than last time, not bad. There we go. Is that a good score? What's it out of? 20. I got Grande Distinction, which is pretty solid. I'm guessing A's in your country. I mean, that's just like an 8 out of 10, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's an 8 out of 10. What's this the correct ID? I checked. Oh, what's this, Kyler? Shocked that a pro athlete could get good grades? Smugly, DeAndre raised his hands to his head after making fists. His fingers sprung out as he mimicked an exploding sound. Kyler scoffed, then glanced down at his phone. Mature. Kidding aside, I reckon you all did well. You did well too, even. Cheers, buddy. Don't buddy me. Mate? Don't mate me either. I'm not your guy, buddy. I'm not your buddy, friend. Probably not done deliberately. Wasn't thinking that. After the jest sank in, Kyler massaged his temple with a broad hand. The conversation is over. Kyler sulked off and DeAndre rolled his eyes toward me. We're getting along so well. Is it related to the whole misunderstanding, or when you both had cooking duty? Completely forgot about that, and yeah, we didn't get along there either. He was absolutely hopeless in the kitchen, and I really didn't have the patience for it. He can't do it. That's why you teach them, to be fair. Oh, come on, it couldn't have been that bad. He can't do anything. He failed cooking rice in a rice cooker. How do you fail cooking? How do you fail cooking rice straight up? It's not difficult. How do you fail cooking rice in a rice cooker? That's bad. That's why. If Helena gives me cooking duty, can we pair up from now on? Maybe the three of us could root together. No, sure. You can count on me. Thanks, Mel. I have to look if that's a real thing. There is no fucking way. Sweet as. Second most common phrase in New Zealand after awesome, according to the Urban Dictionary. Oh, fuck me, that sounds painful. Oh, I'm really sorry everyone in New Zealand who has to listen to that. With that sorted, DeAndre excused himself, explaining that he wanted to go see his grades in further detail. I returned to my meal, wondering what about my own marks. And we're never ever going to find out about them. We thought an 8 out of 10 was really good, so we probably scraped through with like 5 or so. Oh yay! It's my favourite! 5, good. That's a good start. So this can be minimum 6. Yay! Oh, I hate doing this. Right, time lapse. Oh no, we didn't do very well. The last 3 were done randomly. I am really not a fan of that minigame at all. I'll we at least open a window? The fumes are giving me a headache. There is so much to say about this room. Have we already visited it? Whatever, we'll bitch at him next episode.